What's up, guys? Welcome back to G-Tech Finance. Well, Congress is back at it again as expected. Congress is probably going to end up passing the stimulus package on Wednesday rather than today. Because when they were supposed to vote on the rules yesterday and pass the bill, but everything got shifted by a day. This is kind of why we thought Biden won't be signing this until Wednesday. But hey, look, as long as he signs it this week, which is pretty much in the bag right now, we're going to be seeing those stimulus checks coming out by the end of this month. But right now, I want to touch on what's next. And some of these other provisions within the stimulus package that aren't getting a lot of coverage. We're going to touch on unemployment, healthcare, and so on. But I want to quickly start by mentioning that you're going to see a lot of politics start kind of heating up again about the infrastructure package that is next in line to be dealt with. That's going to affect energy, utilities, electric vehicles, and electric vehicle tax credits. This energy and infrastructure plan, which some are calling a potential Biden New Deal, sort of paying homage to a Green New Deal, which obviously pisses off a lot of Republicans. We're already starting to see a lot of tension. This Joe Manchin is already showing signs of not wanting to vote for the infrastructure package. This means Joe Biden is going to have to rely on getting 10 Republicans to get this bill with a 60-vote margin filibuster in the Senate. Now, Biden does have more reconciliation opportunities if he wanted to do more bills through budget recon. He actually has 9 opportunities to do so, and that's because he can pass 3 budgets, 2021, 2022, and 2023, and he could break those each down into 3 different parts. And that means technically Biden has 9 opportunities to pass bills with just 51 votes. That doesn't do you much good if you start losing Democrats like Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema. So expect a lot of heated attention to this and the infrastructure package, and I think stocks will move on that as well. We've been paying a lot of attention certainly to the energy stocks and like the Enphase and Teslas and that which have sold off recently. Now, on the stimulus package, here's some more insight. First, it's helpful to know that when it comes to unemployment and the Affordable Care Act, there are 2 big things here. One, on unemployment, if 10 to 100 tax waiver, remember we're probably going to want to wait for IRS guidance before we file an amended return. On still seeing a lot of commentary on that, but there's also been a lot of question about what's going on with this change, the Affordable Care Act. So here's the thing, the Affordable Care Act, aka Obamacare, which is where you could go through your state's insurance exchange website and buy insurance. Well, the way the ACA worked is that in the past you made about 400 or up to 400% of the federal poverty limit, which is about $51,000 for individuals and $87,000 for a family of 3. As long as you made less than that, you'd be eligible for subsidies through the healthcare exchanges. This is now changing. Not only are subsidies going to boost for lower income individuals, larger subsidies, but you will also get subsidized to buy insurance to make sure that you're only paying up to 8.5% of your income on the health insurance exchanges. I know there's a certain limit. I don't think that's going to be true for people making substantially more money, but there will be a limit that you will only pay up to 8.5% of your income on healthcare expenses, which is going to make a big difference. In fact, Wall Street Journal via Bloomberg reported that a 60-year-old with $55,000 in income would see their premiums potentially go down 50 to 80%. And this is a massive part of the stimulus package that isn't being talked about. In fact, much of the stimulus package is going to people making lower incomes. Just comparison, in 2017, the Tax Cut and Jobs Act and gave 50 of the benefits of those tax cuts. The top 5% of earners right now, people making $91,000 or less, get 70% of the benefit of this stimulus package, whether that's checks on unemployment, the ACA changes that we're seeing. And this is why some people, especially in the Biden administration, are calling this one of the biggest anti-poverty bills ever. Other people are calling it Heroes 2.0 and the big blue state bailout. But hey, that's politics again. Right now, we just got to move on and focus on what's next on the shopping block, and that's infrastructure. And obviously that will be what gets covered next. But for right now, we still do have this package coming. There are questions about this 200 Social Security boost that was kind of outlined in Joe Biden's plan, but never really talked about again. And unfortunately, it wasn't talked about in this plan either. So the 200 Social Security boost, right now, there's nothing included for this. So sorry that is not here. Now, we did mention yesterday also that any student loan forgiveness through 2025 will be excluded from taxation, which is basically laying the groundwork for Joe Biden to cancel student debt. We know that Joe Biden is opposed to canceling $50,000 of student debt, but he's open to canceling $10,000 of student debt. Usually when you get debt canceled, you actually have to pay taxes on that money, but you kind of just got, it's sort of like getting free money. And when you get free money, the IRS is like, tax opportunity. Well, here the IRS is now receiving a new rule that says any student loan forgiveness between now and 2025 shall be excluded from taxation. So you don't have this opportunity again. Take that. Okay, which is really exciting for anybody with student loan debt. Obviously, you just paid off your student loan. Probably are like, oh man, I should have waited. I don't think that's fair. But in a different, we'll debate about that in a different video. And so yeah, that's probably it. But you have till now in 2025. So to get $10,000 on student loan forgiveness. Now there's something in the bill that was really, we don't really talk about it much, but I think it's kind of important. Housing assistance, resident assistance, and utilities assistance. There's another way for you to keep up to date with this. And this is actually checking your Department of Real Estate. In some states, they call it the Bureau of Real Estate. So you can look, it depends on your state, like Florida Department of Real Estate or Florida Bureau of Real Estate. Same applies for a lot of different states. So I think most are departments, but anyway, take a look at these websites, to the website, look at housing. You should see some indications, at least in a lot of states like California is doing it. You should see some indications in the websites for updates for rental assistance, mortgage assistance, utility assistance. Remember, mortgage forbearance is something that is still, I still highly encourage you. Take it. I think you should take it if you have any uncertainty at all. You have a Fannie Freddie Mac loan, where basically you can take the amount you owe and add it to the back of the loan. It's kind of like free money, especially if you want to invest in the meantime. Then big change on the PPP, Paycheck Protection Program, is getting extended by 3 months, which is freaking awesome. It was going to expire at the end of March. If you have not yet applied for the PPP loan, I will just pull my hair out. I still talk to people. It's going to be crazy because there's lots of free money. So from substantial amount to a lower number from 2019 to 2020, if that's what happened to your income, like, dude, they made the PPP for people like you. Why are not applying if you would at all in any shape or form? Self-employed, even if you lost money for the PPP, you can still apply for it anywhere, and it's a lot of free money. So apply for the PPP. It's free money. You could use gross income or net income. It's so flexible. That's how you can do this now, with the exception of JP Morgan. JP Morgan not let you use gross income, which is really kind of annoying. But there's an update. Here's the update for you, by the way. If you do want to, so that's gonna be it. And I wanted to talk to you about something that's hilarious. So while I was opening my investment app, I realized yesterday that for some reason, and you can roast me for it as much as you want, I shorted Tesla without knowing. And so when the stock went down by 8%, I was up 8%. I was up $8. Then today, the stock started going up and went up when it was up 11 to 12%, I just sold and bought it, not shorted, because really I didn't intend to short it. I don't know why I did that. I was going for long term, of course, I shouldn't short Tesla. It will be betting against Elon Musk. That's really an unwise move, and usually the only thing you get rewarded with is losing money. But I did buy it again, this time not shorted. I made sure of it, so I'm up again, let's say $3 to $4, which is great. But yeah, thing is, I shorted Tesla without knowing, made $8 in one day and 8% return in one day, and now did again 8% return in one day. So I guess the future, no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so I think that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hope to see you guys next time.